Good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome to Sunday Live Dharma. My name is Rafi, and I'm very pleased to be meditating with you today, very grateful. Reverend Qi asked me to wish everyone a happy Hanukkah. It starts tonight. It's the Festival of Lights. She wanted me to just give a very brief introduction about Hanukkah. So Hanukkah commemorates events that occurred about 2,400 years ago. That's before the year zero, if you're a little challenged in math. And what was going on is, in the land of Israel, the Syrian Greeks had taken over. And an emperor rose who said, no Jews can practice their religion, they can't live the lives they want, the way they want to. Everyone is going to be Greek and like me. And he took over the temple in Jerusalem, which was the most holy site for worship by the Jews in the land of Israel at the time. So a small group of Jews led by Judah Maccabee, Maccabee means the hammer. It was a small group, and yet they were able to lead a revolution against the Syrian Greeks, which were the most powerful army in the world at the time. And they were able to win the war and banish the Syrian Greeks from the land of Israel. And the Jews, again, were in charge. And so they thought, well, we need to take care of the temple, which had just laid in ruins for those years. So they wanted to dedicate the temple, and Hanukkah means dedication. So one way of dedicating the temple is there is a candelabra in front of the temple called a menorah. And the menorah took a very special olive oil as fuel to light the candles. Back then they didn't have wax, they had oil. And so they scoured the temple, which lay in tatters, and they were able to find one small vial of olive oil. And they were able to light the menorah, or the candelabra, in front of the temple in the dedication ceremony. And they thought, okay, we'll light it for one day, and then we'll make more oil. And the process of making more oil would take 8 days. So they lit the candelabra with the one small bottle of oil that they found, and it lasted that day. And then, to their surprise, it lasted another day. And then beyond that, it lasted another day, and another day, and it lasted for 8 days. And that's why the Hanukkah holiday is 8 days long. So the rabbis asked another math question. They said, well, there are 8 miracles of Hanukkah, but the first bottle that they found was expected to last for 1 day. So really there are only 7 days of miracles. So where does the 8th miracle come from? So they answered that the priest, who in the middle, when the Greeks were ransacking the temple, had the forethought and the courage to hide that one bottle of oil. That's where the last miracle comes from. It's a miracle that freedom and justice would prevail. It's a miracle of hope. So those are the 8 days of Hanukkah, which we start tonight. Now, I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to sing a song about Hanukkah. I'll sing it first in Hebrew, and then I'll sing it in English. And if you listen to the English lyrics, it contains many of the traditions that we practice on this holiday. Yemei Hanukkah, Hanukkah, mitashenu, begilu v'simcha, emalim eliyenu, laila vayom, Eloheinu yisod, ugayom, yokal galao, ha'ilu, ha'ilu, ve'olam v'ya'ir. Oh please stand, and we will have Qi Gong exercises led by me.
Good morning, and thank you, Rafi, for the lovely explanation and music. We're going to start today by making sure that we're at a good distance from all of our neighbors. Just make sure that if you let your arms wave a little bit to the side, you don't bump into anybody. And just be mindful of those around you as we practice. We'll have a focus on stretching today because we'll be doing quite a bit of sitting meditation. So to start out, put your feet about shoulder width apart, and we're gonna bounce our knees up and down and allow our hands to kind of shake. Now we're gonna move just a little bit from side to side. Lean a little to the left, to the right, backwards, forwards, and slowly come to stop. Take a minute to gather yourself and take a breath in, bringing your arms up to the ceiling, and breathe out, releasing your arms down. This time, breathe in, push out towards the sides, and breathe out, coming back down. One more time, breathe in, up towards the ceiling, breathe out, coming down, breathe in, push out, feel pressure on your sides, and breathe out. This time, breathe in and reach up towards the ceiling, and then breathe out, bending at the waist and gathering your arms down below. Bring them back up and push them out towards the side. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out, bending at the waist. Gather the energy and breathe in. Push out and breathe out. Now, take a minute to center your stance with your feet shoulder width apart and raise your arms up towards the ceiling, reaching up as high as you can with your shoulder blades. Make sure you don't do anything that hurts, but you want a nice stretch. Breathe in, reach just a little higher, go on your tiptoes. Breathe out, coming back down. Bring your arms behind you. You're going to flex your shoulder blades backwards, like this, and bring your head back, stretching your back as much as you feel comfortable. Take a breath in. And breathe out, bringing your arms back forward. You're going to curl like a cat with your backs of your hand facing each other. Breathe in and breathe out, coming down to the side with your arms facing towards the earth. Allow your shoulders to relax fully and rest. Breathing in and out, back to the side. Now, take a minute to raise your left leg up and open it to the side, stepping forward, and then come back, raise again, and return to center. On the right side, raise your right leg, turn to the side, step forward, and then return, raise, back to center. Raise your left leg, to the side. Put your weight on your left leg, then rock it back to your right. Raise your left, back to center. One more time. Raise your right leg to the side. Weight on the right, back to left. Raise, and back to center. Now, take your left leg to the side and stretch it as much as you feel comfortable. You can support your weight on your knee if you need, but just feel a nice stretch from your hamstring down to the back of your leg. Take a breath in and just rock a little bit and breathe out, coming back to center. On the other side, remember to support your weight. Breathe in, rock a little bit, and breathe out, back to center. Now, take a breath in and push out to the side. Bring your arms down, breathing out. Breathe in, push up towards the ceiling, and breathe out. Breathe in, raising your arms up and putting your feet together. And breathe out, letting your arms rest by your side. One last time, breathe in and gather your palms at your heart center. We will now have 4 bows to Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. Either standing or full bows are both totally acceptable. Thank you.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guide us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. This morning, Reverend Wontempel will share a Dharma talk that will help us in this winter season, a meditation technique for winter. At the end of her talk, we will enter silent meditation. Let us practice deep listening as we welcome Reverend Wontempel.
Good morning, friends. Would you like to know an effective technique for winter meditation? Today, I'd like to reintroduce Tanjan fireplace meditation. Many of you are aware that in Won Buddhism, we use the term Tanjan quite often. Those of you who have been around for a while may be thinking, oh no, here comes the Tanjan again. What is Tanjan? Tanjan, or Tantian in Chinese, is translated as the elixir field, referring to an energy center. The Tanjan is located 2 to 3 inches below the navel. This meridian point is also called the sea of Qi energy. The first detailed description of Tanjan is from Taoism in the 3rd century. In Qi Gong, Tai Chi, or martial arts, Tanjan cultivation is critical and has been adopted by Won Buddhism for meditation practice. The simplest way to understand Tanjan meditation is that we settle both our awareness and our breathing on the lower abdomen. Centering the mind in the Tanjan enhances our awareness of the focal point of breathing, balance, and gravity. This is called Tanjan abiding meditation, in Korean, Tanjanju. Tanjan breathing is essential for Tanjan abiding meditation. Tanjan breathing has more subtle and sophisticated elements than mere belly breathing. It is more settling and grounding. In meditation, notice the rise and fall of your lower abdomen. Allow your in-breath to be natural and deep. And when you exhale, simply relax and rest. Don't force your out-breath. Just let your awareness abide in your lower abdomen as you exhale. That awareness is like a pearl. A meditation master, Reverend Kiel, uses the analogy of a pearl on the seashore. Inhaling is like the flow of waves onto the sand, bringing in the pearl. Exhaling is like waves that smoothly recede, leaving the pearl unmoved on the sand. Each in-breath brings another pearl which is not taken away with exhalation. One of my daily practices is to track how much I focus on Tanjan abiding during sitting meditation. For my self-assessment, I check the percentage of time I successfully focus on my Tanjan. My score varies from day to day, sometimes 60%, sometimes 40%, sometimes more, sometimes less. This morning, 30%. When I slip away from abiding in my Tanjan, it is usually because my thoughts are wandering. I use this tracking as a gauge to help me deepen the quality of my meditation practice. In our scripture, there is a whole chapter about Tanzan abiding meditation. It starts by explaining the connection between energy and consciousness. As a rule, seated meditation is a practice that calms deluded thoughts and manifests true nature. It helps fire energy descend and water energy ascend. When deluded thoughts are calmed, water energy ascends and one's body and mind remain serene in perfect harmony. What does this mean? The main point to me is, in meditation, when our distracting thoughts settle, water energy ascends and fire energy descends. This allows pure, calm consciousness to emerge. Our founding teacher, Sotaesan, explained the relationship between fire and water energy like this. When the fire energy constantly ascends, it burns up the water energy in the entire body and obscures the light of the spirit. The operation of the human body is like a steam engine. Without the energies of fire and water, not even a finger can be lifted. Whenever one uses the six sense organs, the fire energy from the body concentrates in the head. This burns up the body's water energy, just as oil is burned when a lamp's wick is lit. Therefore, whenever we think long and anxiously using our mental energy, or look hard and carefully at something using our visual energy, or raise our voices to talk energetically, our faces will become flushed and our saliva will dry up. I am a steam engine. Sotaesan continued. Therefore, we should use our six sense organs sparingly and practice Tanzan abiding meditation. In summary, meditation is the practice of letting go of thoughts and balancing yin and yang, the energy of water and fire. In this respect, our Tanzan can be like a fireplace that moderates the fiery energy arising from mental activity. Master Sotaesan emphasized the need for us to practice Tanzan abiding meditation. He said, although there are many methods for bringing the mind to rest, if you focus your thoughts or contemplation on an external object, the mind can be stirred as fire energy rises. If you rest the mind in the elixir field, the Tanzan, thoughts will not be readily stirred and fiery energy will smoothly descend, leading to calmness. For Tanzan abiding meditation, the fireplace approach is especially appropriate for winter time. This is how it works. First, imagine your lower abdomen as a fireplace. Second, clean up your fireplace. Remove all the ashes. This means preparing your body. For example, do not carry a belly full of food into your meditation. If nature calls, take care of it before sitting. Third, With deep, slow breathing, pump oxygen to your clean fireplace to kindle the fire. Keep watching your breath. Be aware of the rise and fall of your lower abdomen. Notice how expansive your in-breath can be as you breathe in deeply, then totally relax as you let go of your out-breath. Now, where do we get firewood for the fireplace? Your wandering thoughts are your firewood. When thoughts arise, imagine your breath transporting them to the fire. In this way, thoughts feed the Tanjan fireplace. Whenever thoughts enter your mind, welcome them as necessary firewood and immediately feed them to your Tanjan fireplace. When a fireplace is lit, putting a kettle of water near it helps to humidify the air. When we activate the fireplace of our Tanjan, we also need to connect with the water energy by touching the roof of our mouth with the tip of our tongue. When we do this, saliva wells up under our tongue, and the water and fire energies harmonize and balance. During meditation, don't be distracted by your thoughts. The firewood, simply use them to supply your fireplace. This will generate abundant Qi energy for you and for our entire practice community. Do you have firewood? Lots of it? Shall we practice? First, in order to wake up our Tanjan firewood, let's rub and gently pummel our bellies. Now, relax your whole body from head to toe, sit up tall and relaxed. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in fully and let the out breath be easy. Allow the oxygen of your in-breath to kindle the fire in your Tanjan. Invite the water channel to flow by placing the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Remember to let your thoughts be firewood. This holiday time of the year can be a busy one for our minds. So use all those active thoughts as a great energy source for your meditation. Notice how your thoughts quickly turn to ashes and disappear. To guard the subtle and relaxing energy around your Tanjan, you can use your hands to embrace your lower abdomen. When we are deeply focused, and become one with the rhythm of our Tanzan breathing. We let go of the thinking mind. Master Sotaesan said, settle both the mind and the energy on the elixir field, the Tanzan, in order to allow the energy to flow and to guard the focused mind. Then let go of attachment, even to that single thought of abiding in the Tanzan field, resting only in the genuine realm of consummate quiescence and non-discrimination. This is the method of nurturing the pristine, fundamental spirit of human beings. Let us continue to practice Tanjan abiding meditation. This time you're welcome to slowly stretch your legs and relax your body with a lying down posture. Lying down posture is one of the most effective posture to engage with our Tanjan. Relax your whole bodies from head to toes. Gently rest your hands on your lower abdomen, right below your navels. And feel the rise and fall of your breathing through your belly. Simply turn off your brain switch and relax into your belly for 3 minutes. Tanjan abiding rest.
Give your back a nice stretch from head to toe. And when you're ready, you can roll to the side and come back up towards a sitting position. So, how was your meditation this morning? We're going to take just a couple of minutes to reflect on our meditation this morning and on Donjon fireplace meditation and that circulation of fire and water energy Reverend Wongo was talking about this morning. And then after a couple of minutes, we're gonna do Q&A. So, friends in the Dharma Hall, you'll be able to ask Reverend Wongo any questions that you have about meditation. And friends at home, you're welcome to place your questions in the live chat, and we'll read them and they will be answered here. So let's just settle for a minute or two and just reflect on your feelings, what you experienced this morning, what you might experience other times when you're at home. Okay, so this is your chance. Any questions for Reverend Wongo?
Or any takeaway points for you to remember you want to take home?
Yes, Nate.
My question is the Donjon that I practice, is that something I can feel? Like that warming? Or is it just knowing that that's the center of gravity?
Okay, so your question is the Donjon practice, when you're practicing, is it something you feel, or is it more just like a center of gravity?
Yeah, well, I gradually get like a warm tingling down there, so I got it.
Ah, so you feel a warm tingling.
How would you answer, Kathleen?
I would say both.
I agree. But depending on individuals, it can be one way or another or both. What about you, Nate?
I have not had that warm tingling I've been hoping to get all these years, so I have to be patient. But I do feel that like when moving, it is the center of gravity.
If you feel unmoving centered gravity, I think you are on the right track. Yeah.
Holly North from the live stream asks, steam engine meditation. Do we want to keep the fire going throughout the day outside of sitting meditation?
This fireplace meditation is one of the visualization meditation technique. Especially, it's helpful during sitting meditation. So when we come to sit on the mat, we look calm with our sitting body, but inside our mind, a lot of inner chatter and thoughts can go on. So then if I'm gonna let go of one thought, then another thought come, and sometimes we get really tired and frustrated. So this fireplace visualization meditation is kind of powerful. Instead of kicking out the thought or judging the thought, oh, welcome, thought, here you go. So I would say this technique can be more helpful for me during sitting meditation, not during the activities. But however, through this practice, you can cultivate the more centering, grounding energy. It can be manifested when we talk, when we listen, we have a more centered energy throughout the day.
So one of my major, I love music, and music is a huge part of my life, but I can't get it out of my head when I'm meditating. Like, I'm like sending the song to the fire, and the song is still playing.
Okay, so the question, and we're repeating questions so friends at home can hear too. So you have music. Music is a big part of your life. And you're hearing music while you're sitting, and you're trying to send it to fireplace, but it's still music.
Okay, I want to ask Laura, how would you answer? Because you're a musician too.
Well, this is a particularly earwormy day for me because we're singing at a concert this afternoon, so I've got the whole concert playing with it. I often wonder if that's the same as a thought, and if it's as, well, it certainly is as all-consuming, I think, and attractive as the thoughts that I otherwise have, so probably need to try to send it to the fireplace.
So Lara, who you all at home hear all the time with Rebecca, are sitting here, who are our chanters with us on Sundays. And Laura was just reflecting that, yes, she hears music and has wondered whether, is music the same as a thought? And I think the answer is yes. Is that? And
yeah, I've decided not to give myself a pass by thinking it.
Yeah. She said she's not giving herself a pass by thinking that somehow music is somehow different, just because it sounds so beautiful. So, yeah.
This is really a good question and wonderful question, because sometimes during meditation, our minds feel very clear, and then you can certainly, wow, brilliant idea, enlightening idea, thoughts, or that the music piece that you are practicing can emerge in your mind. But should I consider that as a firewood and still let it go? And as Kathleen said, the eventual answer is yes. However, as a technique, another technique for meditation, we also encourage to use mantra. So when you have so many thoughts, you can just kind of anchor and rest on one mantra. So your mind is kind of a stay rather than being dispersed with so many directions and thoughts. So music can some way serve that way, especially for beginners, for meditation practice. And I think we had a question. Did you raise
Yes.
it?
So the actual physical, like feeling your breath in your lower abdomen, sometimes it would be hard to feel to get it past, all the way down past my chest, especially if I had a thought that was okay, put that in practice, then I would find that I would lose the ability to really direct my breath all the way down to my lower abdomen. How can you sort of work on that without it being so laborious to try and get your breath all the way down past your chest, not just breathing into here, but actually breathing into this area?
Okay, so the question is that you're breathing and you want to breathe down to your danjang, but sometimes it feels more forced, that you really have more of that lung sensation, and then how to really get past that.
That is a really good question. Catherine used the word force. We do not want to force our breathing. And we want our breathing as natural as possible. We have our unique natural breathing pattern. So like baby breath. It looks like the same breathing, but they're very different. So you get to tune your own breathing and then connect with your natural breathing. And the natural breathing is possible when our physical body feels really relaxed and our mental and emotional state is really relaxed. When we have some tense energy in our minds and body, natural breathing is not happened. About the tangent lower abdomen breathing, or should I push the breathing all the way down? We could wonder like that. I use sometimes a couple of techniques to bring my awareness to our tangent immediately. I sometimes do the belly breathing, like in and out belly breathing, or I do belly button breathing. I try to move my belly button, or then I feel gurgling. It's like a cleaning my fireplace. And also another good technique is breathing through your back tangent, the smallest back of your back. And this works really well with sitting or lying down. Imagine the smallest part of your back as a little your breathing nose. So take up your nose right here. So instead of breathing through your nose, imagine you're breathing through your back. That kind of really, helps you to settle immediately to your lower back and lower belly.
It seems effective for me. It seems that I try to imagine okay, now the breath is where it's intended. So that's helpful. Thank you.
Daniel had an interesting question from the live chat. How do you balance or reconcile visualizing a fireplace and thoughts feeding the fire with letting go of mental activity and having an empty mind?
Anyone would like to answer? Me, go ahead.
Well, I think it goes back to the point that you made about the mantra, and that there are different layers of meditation. This is one tool or method that we can use to eventually, gradually go deeper and deeper into the meditation that eventually becomes the empty mind. But because our minds are changing and in different conditions at different times when we meditate, this can be a very powerful tool and technique to bring you down to the next level, so to speak. But as Daniel mentioned, our goal is even to eventually let go of those concepts and to simply abide in the breath itself and our quiet awareness. as well. So I thought it was a very good question.
We can use all different kinds of meditation technique as long as it helps you to calm our minds. Yeah. There is no right and wrong and better or less technique. That's how I see it. But one of the classical Buddhist analogy for using different method, we call it experience. But at the end, we want to let go of our grabbing, attaching mind to a particular tradition, particular method or technique. So, have you heard raft? You use the raft to cross the river to the other shore. And then once you arrive at the other shore, would you carry the raft climbing to the mountain or shore? Would you carry the raft? What would you do with the raft? You leave it, let it go, and then you go, with your journey, with freedom from that technique, from the method, or from that philosophy or teachings.
You had a question?
Yeah, I'm pregnant, and it's really difficult right now to feel the center. And then the baby started moving along. It's really distracting. And I don't know if you have any techniques, maybe the back breathing instead to calm the thoughts.
Okay, so the question is from our pregnant mom here. It's hard to feel the center when you're sharing it with a baby. And so, especially one who's moving around. So what are recommendations for really feeling that center?
Well, anyone who was the mommy with the baby before and used the meditation Tanjan abiding breathing or meditation before here? Well, this means our temple is still young.
So when I was pregnant with these twins, one of them would be moving and one wouldn't, whatever, and what I would try to do is use their energy to see if I could calm them. Because if they're like having hiccups or whatever, moving around, I'm just saying, I'm sending calming energy to them, and then they became like the extension of my center. So, it doesn't work.
Okay, so the answer from an experienced mom who was carrying twins is to send calming energy to the babies. And so you're inviting them really to join you with meditations and then kind of feel the center from there. So it's a collaborative effort.
Well, I'm so glad that you shared, and both of you, about it. There is expression from one of the enlightened teachers. In Korean, it's called 성태 장양. 성태 means like a holy. Te is like a pregnancy. 장양 is cultivation. So through this Tanjan abiding meditation, in a way, we are all pregnant. We carry this energy. You do not want to drop your baby, you do not want to injure your baby, right? Because I think that's very fragile and delicate, sophisticated and precious baby, precious energy right here. The grounding and very connecting and like a Qi energy source. So as a pregnant mother, you are automatically practicing Tanjan abiding meditation because your mind and heart and consciousness always right with the baby, no matter what you do. Your baby helps you to be grounded very naturally. But if you add there more your peaceful and natural breathing there, that energy goes directly like a Jen shared to your baby. Congratulations. We can have one more question today. All right.
Yes?
I have a thought to Daniel's question. Daniel asked, how do we reconcile feeding wood into a fire with a quiet mind? My thought was, what would resist persists. And in this technique, the thoughts are being welcomed. We're not following them, we're just letting them resistance. I think the mind is more likely to move toward quiet.
So you were reflecting on Daniel's question, and you said, what we resist persists. So if we're resisting thoughts, we're pushing them away, it kind of gives them more energy to hang out. But if we're welcoming them, in this case into Danjon fireplace, then that just releases them.
Thank you. Thank you all for your practice today. Now let's all turn towards Cassie. She has closing announcement.
Thank you so much for practicing with us today and for your deep and thoughtful reflection and questions. This afternoon, we will have team meditation at 3 p.m. and then we will have Raleigh group meditation at 5 p.m. Thank you. Please join us next Sunday as well for our Christmas morning meditation, which will also be at 10 a.m. On the last day of this year, we will have our annual Letting Go ceremony 3 times, so we will offer it at 10 a.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. Please check the temple website for more information about registering, as seats are limited. During this candlelight ceremony, we will burn away our regrets and disappointments from the year and dedicate our new hopes and intentions for 2023. Please know that our temple operates solely by your donations. We invite you to donate to the jar in the foyer, or there are opportunities for electronic Dana giving as well on our website. Now, friends at home and in the Dharma Hall, let's share a warm smile with one another and bow.
Let's wave with your
And
presence.
yes,
And
wave.
it's not on today's program, but can we sing a morning prayer song together? Page 13. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind. May I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world. Thank you all. Happy holidays. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Talk.